Hey everybody, Dr. Susan here. I just wanted to send you a quick, continuation of my story. So I wanted just to report to you on where my health has been in this past year. Everybody pretty much knows my story. If you're getting this, you're getting it through email, which means you're my patient. Or we've worked together before, and most likely you've heard my story. I was diagnosed with MS 8 years ago. I have to think now. I almost can't even think anymore when it was, but it was 2011. Completely debilitated. Did not take any medication. Did not fall into the fear I was going to be in a wheelchair in 5 years. Dead in 10 years. That's what I was told. I just knew if you remove the interferences in your body, it would heal itself, and I believe that with all my heart. So I sought out to figure out what the interferences were, and that's what I'm here about today. You all know my story. I'm not going to repeat the whole thing, but the one major interference, which actually the most upper root cause of MS for me, was heavy metal toxicity. For many years, I couldn't detox the heavy metals because my body wasn't strong enough. So I had to wait. So I waited years for my body to be strong enough, or I thought to be strong enough, and that was 2017. So I tried to go through a heavy metal detox. I couldn't do it, and I had to go on and go off it and go on healing myself, continuing. And then in fall of 2018, I reached out to Dr. Mindy Pels, and she coached me through my heavy metal detox. So 2019 has been all about detoxing the metals from my body. I've been symptom-free from MS for, I guess, about 5, maybe 6 years now. So I haven't experienced any, the only symptom that was lingering was fatigue, but I ended that in 2017 and have been full of energy since 2017, no relapses, exercising again, working full days again, commuting every day. My life was full of life. Everything was there. So the thing was, though, underlying was I know those metals were still there. So the importance, a lot of people have asked me, why did you do it? Like, why do you want to detox the metals? Your life is fine. Just leave them in there. Well, the problem with that is that it's fine right now, but we'll bump up against it again, and I will be sick again, and sick with a diagnosis such as cancer or Alzheimer's or something far more scary to me than MS ever was. So to be sure that I will be healthy, long life, full of energy, not debilitated at all, was to get these heavy metals out of my body. So in the end of 2018, we started to prepare and check and make sure my body was ready to do this, and it was. So we started detoxing the metals, and then sometime around February, as the metals were coming out of my nervous system, I started to experience what I thought were MS symptoms coming back, and it was a little scary because I was doing everything I knew to do right, and I was having these symptoms. But this is why I reached out to Dr. Mindy Pels, because she's an expert in this, and I was, to be honest, I was still scared. So when these symptoms started happening, I called her up and she said, "Don't worry," and she just told me what to do, and I did it and kept going. So still going through it now. So since February, there's been some issues. I've been experiencing issues, but it's not MS at all. So I constantly do blood work on myself to be sure that everything is staying, and do a functional analysis to be sure that everything is staying where it needs to be. My blood work is still perfect. I get checked chiropractically every week, and it is still get adjusted when I need it, but neurologically it's perfect. We've done functional testing on me and brain balancing, and we can definitively see it's not my brain. It used to be my brain. When I had MS, I always had brain issues coming up. Not anymore. It's my body. So it's just my body going through these metals being brought out of my nervous system to be eliminated from my body. So I'm experiencing some things like gait disturbances, mostly walking, motor. It's amazing, like it's really amazing to me, and I know that's very nerdy to say, but how much our brain controls, like the speed of your walking, your brain like keeps your legs in alignment so that you can walk straight, when mine was kind of like bowing out. It's amazing to watch, especially when you know it's going to be okay. You're just kind of going through it, and that's kind of the state I'm in. I'm just going through it. Hopefully I'll be done with it by the end of 2019. So in 2020, my goal is to be 100% back to health. So I'm really excited about that because I thought already I had been better than I ever was, healthier than I ever was, and technically I was, but just going through this metal detox has been a little rough on me. So a little bit, trying to balance myself as the metals are coming out of my brain tissue, losing balance a little, walking slower, things like that, some weight gain because your body's so smart. It actually it surrounds the heavy metals in body fat to protect your body from them. So you just have to continue through the detox, and it's going to come off. It's a few pounds, but I'm not worried about it. So I'm really actually excited because I feel like I'm coming towards the end of it. And usually when I feel like this, my energy gets low. I did gain a few pounds. My gait and the speed of the way I walk was off. Sometimes I look like I'm drunk when I'm walking. So there's been a couple of things, and that usually makes me retreat or hide and not want to talk about it. But I realize I do have to talk about it. I do have to share it because you have to see, know this as I'm going through it. And I always regretted not kind of recording myself through this 9 years so people can see the transformation and what I've been through, and just knowing that it's possible. And you have to believe in your body, and your body can adapt to anything. It's just our minds that get scared. But I have faith that I'm going to come out of this alive, and fear and faith can't stay in the same place. So I know it's going to be okay. It's just, something I have to get through. It's like this last phase. It's been a 10-year process. So this hopefully, like I said, is the last and final thing I'm going to have to go through to be done with MS forever. So what I'm hoping to do is to finally get a new MRI. I haven't had an MRI done since I was diagnosed, and at that time I had multiple lesions on my brain, and I'm praying and hoping they are going to be gone and that I can share that news with you when it comes. To test for metals, I'll just tell you this real quick because I was tested initially when I got the diagnosis, but the way I was tested was I had a piece of my hair snipped and it was sent to a lab, and I was told I did not have metals. I knew that couldn't be possible because my mouth was full of mercury amalgams. So I later found out, I've had blood tests done, also negative. So if you've had blood tests or you've had hair snips or muscle testing or anything like that to say that you don't have metals, or maybe you've had muscle testing that says that you do have metals, I'll tell you this, it has to be detoxed at a cellular level. Like it has to be a real cellular detox. It cannot be a simple supplement. It can't be cilantro, things like that. That's never going to get rid of heavy metals ever. So if you want more information on the testing, just reach out to our office or just send back an email. It's a provoked heavy metal urine test. It's a real simple test, and it actually provokes the metals out of your deep tissue so that a true measure can be gotten. So not only did I have mercury, but I had lead. So if you are over 40 years old, there's no doubt you have lead in your system because it was in our water, it was in gasoline, it was in paint. It was passed generationally to us from our mothers. It gets passed in utero. So there's no doubt I actually had twice as much lead as I had mercury. It was real surprising to me. So I'm detoxing the lead and the mercury. I see clearly how it has affected my nervous system. This is what caused me to have MS or symptoms of MS, amongst other things. I had many other issues, but those were not the root causes. Those were just things that my body was adapting to, like vitamin deficiencies and mineral deficiencies. My body was just using those vitamins and minerals up because I was so sick. So there's a difference between root cause and true root cause. To get to the true root cause, so if you want more information, please reach out. This is so important, especially if you are having, I'm sorry, this is going to go long now. I came back here to do a video that was quick and I can never do it. But especially if you're having endocrine issues, which is thyroid, adrenal glands, reproductive organs, female hormone issues, and you're in the age group between 40 and probably 75 years old, you have to reach out, because if another way to know is if your TSH is lower than 1.8, you most likely have heavy metals. And we can easily test for it. Just reach out to us. We can find out. You can know the truth. So if you're struggling with health concerns or things that are going undiagnosed, or you don't feel good, and at the medical doctor yearly checkup, your blood work looks great, and you feel terrible. That shouldn't be. You should feel great all the time. So please reach out to us. We're happy to share all the information that we have. Share this video with anybody you want to. I did email it just to our patients, but you're welcome to share it. And also, if you're not on our Facebook page, please join our Facebook page at Atlanta Integrative, because I'm doing daily live videos to give you more information about all kinds of things, especially blood biomarkers. And I want you to be your own advocate and just learn about health. I have so many people that go to the medical doctor with what they've learned, and they've come to answers they've been looking for. So please join in our group, okay? I hope you're having a good day.